I get a lot of people asking me how we were blessed to walk away from corporate America in our early 30s. Well, listen, I don't want to keep that a secret. I want to share it with the world. And so maybe you're listening to this podcast and you're trying to figure out, how do I even get started on my journey of entrepreneurship and getting to a level of freedom? Well, text the word freedom to 737-777 9909. Enter your information in, and we look forward to sharing some information with you. A proven system with small overhead, right? That you can do part-time, spare time, right from the comfort of your home, and have amazing mentors, coaches, and a community of entrepreneurs who are willing to support you and help you on your journey to freedom. Welcome to Code Freedom. I'm your host, Eddie Bales. Have you ever felt stuck? Have you ever felt like there's got to be more than life than the reality that you see every day? Tune in weekly, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays as we crack the codes to freedom in every area of your life. Welcome to Code Freedom. This is your host, Eddie Bales, and this is episode 183. And today we're going to talk about middle faith. That's right, middle faith. You probably never heard of that, but here's the deal. In the beginning of a thing, you're always excited. Like the beginning of anything, you're excited because it's new, it's fresh. There's anticipation. Sometimes there's a little bit of anxiety, but the fact of the matter is, it's something to expect because it's something that maybe you never experienced before. It's something that you haven't done before. So the excitement, the rush, the thrill, it's all there. And then when you get closer to the end of a thing, or not even so much the end of a thing, but accomplishing something, like maybe you had a target or a goal and you're right there, right? That's an exciting time. It's invigorating because that means that you've gotten several wins up under your belt, and now you're about to cross the finish line. You're like finally there. So that can be very exciting. But the one place that is not always exciting is the middle part. What we could call it middle faith, because that's the part that is the unknown. That's the part that you have to really like figure out, right? Because you're way away from the starting point, but you may also be way away from the actual goal or accomplishment that you're looking to hit. And and that's where the doubt starts to creep in. That's where it's like, am I really gonna get there? Or man, I'm trucking along and I'm tired, right? Maybe you haven't gotten some wins in a little while. Maybe you got a few wins, but you haven't had any in a while. And this is a part where it's kind of like fight or flight, because you could retreat, you could go, you could quit, you could do a bunch of things, but you could also keep going. And that's all I want to do today, is encourage you to just keep going, because if you just keep going, I did this on an episode a few episodes ago. We were talking about the tunnel, and if you just keep going in that tunnel, eventually you're gonna see the light get brighter and brighter and brighter. Like, I'm almost there, right? Even though it seems like it's taking forever, you're almost there. So just keep going. Don't worry about what's not happening, or even what you think may happen. Just keep going, right? Just keep proving to yourself that you can do one more lap, just one more around the track, right? Just prove to yourself that you got it in you to just keep going, because that's what most people do not do. It's so easy in today's society. We call it the cancel culture, I think. It's so easy to cancel stuff, to quit stuff. But what if you are the one that continues, that keeps on going? That is the person that's going to be free, right? That is the person that reps code freedom, right? Because we understand that we need to finish a thing and we need to keep on going. Now, don't get me wrong. There are times where you need to just call it quits, and recalibrate and start something new, or start all over. But in my experience, most of the time, if you just keep on pressing, you can find your way to the other side. If you just keep on going, you'll figure it out eventually. Because if others have already figured it out, then you can figure it out. There's a book that someone wrote, I can't remember her name, but it says, everything is figure outable. So it's figure outable. We just got to figure it out, and we just got to go through what we got to go through, right? We got to go through it so we can come out on the other side, so we can tell a story about it, so we can be victorious and be the champion. We can have something to say because we did it. We accomplished it. We went through it, right? But if you just give up and quit and all those things, then you already lost. The only way you can fail is to quit, right? So we gotta keep going. We gotta keep pressing. And in this middle part, it's the hardest time because there's a lot of unknowns. It's almost like you're in the water and you're way away from the shore, but you're also not you don't see an island in sight. So it's like you're out in the water in the middle of nowhere. And you just but I'm telling you, if you just keep on paddling, if you keep on rowing, if you keep on going, you're gonna see the island. You're gonna see the paradise that you're looking to get to, right? So and here's what happens if we were to use that same analogy. You get stronger because that's where the character is built. That's the hard place. That's where the clay turns into this beautiful piece of art from the potter because that's the part where it just kept going. It was messy, it was ugly, but you kept going and then it became something beautiful, right? So stick with whatever you got to stick with. Now, again, you got to use discernment to know if you're in a bad relationship and it's abusive or something to that effect, you got to know when to call it quits. But in most cases, in most situations, we quit too soon. We quit just before we were going to make it to the top. And we didn't even know it because we quit too soon, so we won't know it, right? So we got to just keep going. And that's the hard part. I'm not going to sit here and act like it's easy. It's totally, completely hard. But that's where champions are made. That's where the strength, that's where the journey, the success is really in the journey, not the destination, not the arrival. The success is who you become in the process. See, what you want to start asking yourself is not where do I want to go, but who do I need to become to get where I want to go? And once you become that person, you're going to get anywhere you need to be, right? So this right here, it's fundamental, it's simple, but it's powerful if you really get it. And I just wanted to just leave a word of encouragement that if you just keep going, whatever endeavor that you're working on, keep on going, keep pushing, keep giving it everything you got. Turn up the heat a little bit. There's only 1 degree difference between hot water and steam. Just turn it up just to let the change. But you got to get to that point. And you got to go through what you got to go through to get to that point where the transformation happens. Everything has that transformation. We talked about last week the worm. We talked about, we could talk about anything, but everything has that point where it's like that breaking point where things start to pop. Just like the bamboo tree. The bamboo tree, it takes 5 years just to get above the surface. But all that work is building a strong foundation underneath the ground. And then in 5 weeks, it grows 90 feet tall. It's so amazing. The breakthrough was the 5 years, right? And what if the tree stopped? What if you stop watering the bamboo tree at 2 years, 3 years, 4 years? You missed out on the biggest blessing because you stopped too soon. So that's the biggest thing I want to share with everyone today. And I hope you get some value from it. This is episode 183. Share it with your friends if you know somebody who needs an encouraging word. And I can't wait to see you on the next episode. This is another episode of Code Freedom. Take care, take charge. We'll see you over the top. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys for listening. Definitely feel free to take a screenshot of this episode, tag me in it on Instagram or Facebook or wherever you find me on social media. I would love to give you a shout out. Hey, you might even get a prize. Who knows? But excited that you had a chance to take a listen. I hope you got a lot of value. And definitely feel free to give us 5 stars as well as a review. Show us some love, and we appreciate you. God bless you all, and see you all over the top.